Welcome back to the Perfect Season Podcast. This is the Supermates Podcast. Talks about everything, all things sports related, and absolutely nothing to do with milk cookies. My name is Alex Super today with Anthony. Week 8 NFL predictions.
Woo!
15 games.
Now we're halfway through the season.
No.
There's 17 weeks.
There's 18 weeks.
18 weeks.
17 games per team.
You know what I was trying to get at.
Yes, but yes, there's still plenty of time after week 9 will be halfway through. So not this week, next week, and then after that week it'll be halfway through.
Yeah.
So
you know the jokes.
Thursday night football, Baltimore at Tampa Bay.
Okay, so obviously you're gonna know my prediction.
Should I just pencil you down for Tampa Bay?
Yeah. Tampa gets a bounce back win. Back home, under our fans. Tampa gets a bounce back win.
It's funny. I'm going the complete opposite. I'm going to go Baltimore. I think Tampa Bay in the past 2 games has been absolutely abysmal. It's been embarrassing to watch them play. I don't think this game is going to help at all, judging that this is probably the better of the last 3 teams that they're about to be facing. Pittsburgh, absolutely not. Carolina, Baltimore.
Don't even get me started about those past. Okay, let's just get on with this one.
Baltimore's a decent team. I think Baltimore's going to be.
Baltimore's a decent team. It's just, they're one of those teams, they get a lead, and then they always blow it, or they play too close of a game. And from the past 2 games, Tampa struggled scoring in all their quarters. We're scoring in the second half.
But for your sake, hope Tampa Bay finally gets back on track. But I'd say Baltimore for right now. Chicago at Dallas.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Chicago got a lucky win, let's say, this past week. But I don't see Chicago beating Dallas.
Wow, so you say Dallas?
I'm taking Dallas because, Dak's back, but Dak still had not had a good game.
Dak still was able to get a touchdown, a couple hundred yards passing, and win 24-6.
If you still look at it, Dak also overthrew a crud ton of receivers.
Dak has been out for 6 weeks.
Now I picked the Cowboys and watched them freaking lose.
I doubt it. Knock on wood. Yes. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia.
It's a battle of Pennsylvania, but I'm taking Philly. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah, Philly's the team. Philly is the team to beat right now, except for maybe the Bills in the AFC.
That would be a good Super Bowl.
Good, I wouldn't mind that one. But Pittsburgh,
a battle of 2 teams where their fans are obnoxiously crazy.
No kidding. Philadelphia is just too dominant. Pittsburgh is just trying to just be able to.
Pittsburgh's trying to get their gist together, and there was a stat line. Mike Tomlin's never had a season where he's had a losing record.
Well, this is definitely going to be the first season.
This is going to be his first season.
Denver,
and a couple more.
Denver at Jacksonville.
I'm taking Jacksonville.
I'm also going to take Jacksonville. Denver.
I think Jacksonville gets their stuff together. Etienne's RB1. They win this week convincingly. Big convincing win.
And they've lost the last 5 games straight, so they need a win.
But they're playing a Denver team who God knows what their quarterback is.
Exactly, but that's the issue. Their defense is fine, it's the offense. The New England Patriots at the New York Jets.
Oh God, I'm taking the Jets. It's in New York. Zach Wilson's been playing good football. The Jets are playing good football. You just got James Robinson. I'm taking the Jets.
I'm taking the Patriots actually in this game. I think the Chicago game that they lost was a huge fluke. I think it's embarrassing knowing Bill Belichick. He always finds a way to bounce back. I couldn't tell you the last time that the guy lost 2 back-to-back games. And honestly, the loss of Breece Hall, I think, is just too too much for the Jets right now to be able to work with James Robinson. I mean, he's going to be fine. James Robinson is going to have a good game. I know that, but I don't see the Jets being able
I mean,
to beat the
do you
Patriots.
start Bailey Zappi or do you
No, I
start Mac Jones?
start Mac Jones. Start
Even
Mac
though
Jones.
Bailey Zappi had a better game.
I
Now, if you
no, I mean you also have to think about it this way. Bailey Zappi also kind of played for 3 quarters, so
now if Mac Jones has the same, you know, cruddy game, let's say, using that word instead of a different couple others that I could use right now.
uh-huh.
If Mac Jones has a terrible game and Bailey Zappi comes in and somehow wins this game, Zappi is starting the rest of the season.
I wouldn't go that far. Mac Jones is still coming off of an injury that still is not 100%. He got shaken up against Chicago's defense because Chicago's defense is still pretty decent. The Jets defense is also really, really good too. I think this is a game Mac Jones will be able to figure things out. Vegas Raiders at the New Orleans Saints.
You know, I'm going with Vegas. I do see Vegas. I see Vegas taking this game. Now, they know how to put up points. Yeah, they played Houston, and Vegas put up 38 points against Houston, and they had a good showing. But you also got New Orleans, and is Jameis back?
Yes.
Jameis is back, so it's his first game back. You never know what you're gonna expect out of the guy, but it's 1 or 2 games for the Raiders on the East Coast. They always do better on the East Coast, in my opinion. I'm taking the Raiders, but both teams put up a lot of points, so I expect a high scoring game, like 30s and 20s,
We'll see.
like
Maybe.
a 37-31.
Maybe I'll say the Raiders in this game for sure. The Dolphins.
I'm just like I'm not sold with the Saints yet.
No, they've shown hints of flash, but it's not enough.
The only reason why I'm saying it's Jameis's first game back from injury, and it's typical Jameis will probably throw picks. I'm taking the Raiders.
Yeah. Miami at Detroit.
I'm taking Miami. Miami's going to win this game. Do I want to see Detroit do well eventually? Yes. But Miami's the powerhouse team in this game. Because Detroit did lose Amon-Ra St. Brown.
But he is back for this game, supposedly. He's still in concussion protocol. But he could be back for this game.
Yeah.
Arizona at Minnesota.
I think we all know we're taking Minnesota. Even though DeAndre Hopkins is back.
Yeah, it's Arizona.
It's Arizona, Arizona, you never know what to expect.
Well, it's also Minnesota in a non-primetime game, so I'll take Minnesota.
In Minnesota.
Carolina at Atlanta.
Oh, good God. I'm taking Atlanta.
I will also take Atlanta.
Shout out Torn.
Tennessee at Houston.
Ew. But you know what? Houston's a good team. I'm saying Houston's my upset of the week.
I'm taking Tennessee. Houston's run defense is non-existent. Derrick Henry's going to carve up that defensive line.
Or Derrick Henry gets hurt.
I doubt that.
I doubt it. I don't want to see him get hurt.
I mean, anybody can get hurt in any type of game, but assuming that nobody has any injuries, Tennessee. The Giants at Seattle.
Ew. I mean, it's in Seattle. Giants have to travel to the West Coast. Both teams are playing good football. But with a healthy...
Also, just something else to say, it is the only game going on this week that between two teams with winning records.
Yeah. Out of all 32 teams, these two teams only have winning records. Crazy.
Well,
there's other teams with winning records. But what we're trying to say is
they're the only two teams. There's two teams playing against each other that both happen to have winning records.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm taking the New York Football Giants. I think Daniel Jones is looking good. Saquon's looking good. Their offense is looking good. Defense, yeah. here and there to show some good.
Your defense,
But
is
I
actually,
wouldn't be
your defense is
surprised if
good.
this game got flexed to prime time.
Nah, it's a 4 o'clock game because it's in Seattle. So it would be 1 o'clock out there. I'm gonna take. It's funny. This season, I've been so anti-Giants, and every single time they keep doing good. But this game, I gotta say,
They're taking the football Giants.
no, I'm taking Seattle.
Lord have mercy.
I don't know why I keep picking against the Giants. I just feel there's some weird feeling in my heart that just is like they are not a 6-1 team.
Well, I mean, look at that division. Philly's an undefeated powerhouse. I told you they're winning the division.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's anyone's game after that.
Well, then you got
Hell,
Dallas.
I mean, I think it's Philly than anyone else.
I mean, regardless.
I mean, if the Commanders could get some wins together,
I doubt not enough to compete.
If Taylor Heineke plays well,
not enough to compete for divisional spot.
I mean, not a divisional spot, but maybe wild card.
Maybe.
Or they get like 6 or 7 or 8 wins and then show improvement. And then next year make the playoffs. You never know.
Maybe. Speaking of the Commanders, we have Washington at Indianapolis.
Oh, good God. I'm taking this one team because you got is he rookie quarterback or for second year?
Second year quarterback.
A second year quarterback taking the Commanders.
Why are you taking the wait, okay. So you said you're going to take this team because he's a second year quarterback, and then I'm taking it because
the Sam Ehlinger starting for Indy. He doesn't have the experience.
Well, so, I agree, but you started off that sentence. You said, I'm taking this team because of this quarterback.
No, I'm taking the Commanders because I think, in my opinion, the Commanders are going to run all over Indy's offense. Like blitz.
What running back? Brian Robinson?
Well, their defense is going to blitz heavy.
I mean, Indianapolis would be smart to blitz heavy. They got they have a good blitz formation. They have good up front four.
But I'm still taking the Commanders in a low scoring game.
I'm going to take Indianapolis in a medium scoring game because I think this is going to be the one game that Jonathan Taylor is going to implode like he did in week 1. He's going to show everybody why he deserved to be. He is the best, if not one of the best running backs in the league right now. San Francisco at the Rams.
Oh, good God. A revenge game from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, both San Francisco's coming off a loss. So is...
Rams are coming off of a bye week.
Rams are coming off a bye week. Both teams hate each other.
It's a divisional game.
Give me San Francisco.
I'll also take San Francisco. The Rams are just, I think their season is just not there anymore.
Their season's in shambles.
They've lost all momentum. Green Bay at Buffalo, and
Buffalo in a landslide.
At the beginning of this year, this could have been a much better
game. This
had
potential.
It had, and then
Keyword,
Green Bay
potential.
And then Green Bay decided to lose to Washington. I'll also take Buffalo. I don't think we need to go very far.
Hey, I'm back on the winning streak of fantasy.
Yeah, you won like one game.
Yeah.
After you lost to me.
I'll get you back.
We don't play each other again the rest of the year.
Unless we make the playoffs.
Unless we both have to play in the final. I'm
playing
Cincinnati at Cleveland.
I'm playing Frankie this week.
Yeah.
You said Cincy at Cleveland?
Yes.
Cincy all day. Who day?
Yeah, Cincinnati is the obvious pick here.
I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
It won't. Don't even bother opening that can of worms. It won't.
I know it's not gonna happen, but there's a 1% chance it will happen.
Well, there's always a chance something happens.
Is that the primetime game?
It is a Monday night game.
Ooh. What was the Sunday game? San Fran and LA?
Green Bay, Buffalo Sunday night game.
Oh yeah. That's fair. That's reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good slate of matchups this week.
Lots of good games. There's a lot of good games going on. But We'll see.
I mean, I doubt Giants Seahawks will get flexed to Sunday Night Football.
They won't.
Because
It's too
if
far
it's
into
Sunday,
the
it would be 8 o'clock here and 4 o'clock there,
It
or not
won't-
4 o'clock.
5. It won't be flexed to the net game. It's too late for them to start flexing games anyway.
Yeah.
But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Let
What
us know
about
in
the standings?
comments. Get my notebook back out after I put it away.
My bad.
Last week only one person went above 500. 2 people met 500. 1 person went under 500.
Oh, Lord.
Leon finished above 500 at 9-5. Frankie and I tied at 7-7. Anthony, you finished 6-8.
Damn.
Not the best week for everybody, unless you're Leon. Leon 9 for 5. So
I doubt I'm back in second.
The new standings are as such. Frankie 63-44-1. Anthony 57-50-1. Leon 56-51-1, and then me at 55-52-1. So
how's last place?
pretty good. Pretty good.
Now you know how I felt last year.
Yeah, but there's only one. There's a main difference between you and I right now where we are.
Yeah.
I'm 2 games out from where you are. Last year, you were like 24 games out.
Yeah, because I kept on picking the bad teams.
You kept picking the upsets. And then that never happened.
I mean, some did.
Some, but not enough.
Some did, but not as
enough.
many.
Not many.
But thank you so much for watching. You know what to do. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. You know, we have a special guest coming on later this week, hopefully, or next week for some Clemson games. But leave a comment of who you think your favorite matchup is, upsets in the week, you know, the gist. Just 1 comment or 2 comments, a couple, you know, helps a lot. But it really does. We look back, read the feedback. Hope y'all know.
Yeah.
But after that, hope y'all have a great rest of your day. And that's it.